The King reads comments. Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on? It's Big E from the King's room, maybe? It is time once again for me to get caught up on comments. I'm a little bit behind here. We're going to start at the bottom. The first one, Montoya. This is a comment on Hide and Seek Champion, that episode of Red Dead Redemption where I was super salty, which I usually am. Says, this has happened a lot of times in multiple episodes. The reason why you can't shoot from time to time is always that you're too close to a wall or an object, and Arthur doesn't have any physical space to aim the weapon. Actually, taking cover with Q solves the problem. I think you forgot that's a thing. In this game, you don't take cover automatically, like in The Last of Us. Okay, I did remember about Q, but what I end up doing is crouching, and I don't think it's quite as effective. Thank you for that reminder. I have gotten clipped, I think it's clipping a lot, but I'm getting a little bit better with it. Not much, but I do know what you're talking about, and I will try to do better with that. I think when you hit Q, he's able to kind of aim over his shoulders and stuff like that, and I'm not at this weird crouching kind of position. Thank you for that, Montoya. This is Mr. Boom Boomy. This is on episode 103 of the Iron Man Challenge. Boom Boomy, one of my top commenters, and he has been a member for a full year. Love you, Boom. Thanks so much for your support. Biggie's Christmas Carols full album release when? Take my money. Let's see what this is. With a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal, Frosty the Snowman. Right. Okay. Thanks, Boop. Terrible singing. This is from Baron. I think I'll need some serious therapy after watching this. I was just furious. Drop the quest. Please get out. I hate underwater quest. My level 26 human AC fighter drowned, lost orientation in a shipwreck and panicked. So this is on the Faldir's Cove. Yeah, man. I completely relate to you. I really should not have done it. I should have bailed, but I didn't. Luckily, we survived, but I had a couple of close calls there. This is why generally when I'm doing any kind of permadeath challenge, if it's underwater, I generally don't do it. I was in a position where I didn't have any green quests, and I was like, this is a green quest. It'll be okay. If I had gotten DC'd or something, that would have been all my fault. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any more of that this run for sure. This is Stubby on the same episode. I completely understand the need for the colorful language. I'll be sure to skip that quest on my hardcore run. Dude, definitely do it. I would suggest skipping anything underwater, but especially if you're in a ship, like this guy was, Baron was saying, you could get, your pathing can get messed up with if you have a pet or whatever, or you can't find your way out. It's just almost never a good idea. Thank you for your comment. Appreciate it. Here's Mr. Sin X, one of my top commenters, and he has been a member for 9 months. This is on the same Deadly Faldir's Cove quest on the Iron Man Challenge. There's also a WoW remix game mode out right now in retail. It's Mr. Pandaria. Unsure if you need Dragonflight to play it. Worth a check out. It's basically only access to MOP content, dungeons, and Raid Finder. Yeah, I have been watching a couple of people play it. I've seen Travisine play it and another YouTuber I watch. It looks okay. It looks interesting. For sure. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it. I've got too many other things going on. And today is Monday the 20th. This video probably will come out tonight, but I'm also going to be starting Cataclysm. So I just don't think I could squeeze another one in. But yeah, I've seen some people play. It looks pretty good. Or it looks interesting. I'll say that. Looks like this is a reply. Well, I can't see the person, but it says, yeah, I'm not a fan of retail at all. I gave the Panda mode a shot and not for me, but being able to do raids at level 25 is cool with Random Dungeon Finder. I'm sure Big E would enjoy it since he never raids. Yeah, I didn't know you could do it that early at level 25. That's kind of cool. This is Dustin. What's going on, Dustin? One of my top commenters here. Hey, Big E, congrats on 46 in puberty voice. Thanks, man. That's episode 112. We hit the big 46. Thank you, Dustin. Hope you're doing well, man. This is Darth Rooster on the Iron Man Challenge, episode 112. Pity timer. Oh, hilarious. Yeah, so I was talking about some of the ridiculous drop rates in the game. There should be a timer on it. If you've killed, I don't know, 50 or whatever, you should just get the thing. I think that's what this is a reference to. This is a comment on episode 3 of Hogwarts Legacy. I don't think I've seen this person before. How are you? This is Nimue. You can't sell gear you are wearing. It will not show up in the sell page tab, but you did unquip your scarf, so you almost sold it. That's not good. To not show gear or hats, can simply hover over the particular item and click E to change appearance or make it invisible, but the stat stays. Oh, interesting. Also, when you do Revelio, turn your screen or camera slowly for 360 because you missed a lot of flying pages. Did I? I bet I did. The spell you need for the eye chest and the statue with the ball in hand are shown on it. You just need to look really carefully or good, but it's there on the bottom. Good luck. Thank you for that. That's a great comment. You didn't give too much away, just a gentle nudge in the right direction. I do need that. Absolutely loving that game so far. I am so bad at combat in it. so bad. Hopefully, if I play it enough, I'll be a little bit better. But I'm not looking forward to actually fighting out in the open world against things that hit hard. I've done some dueling against other students. I'm just mashing random buttons. It's just terrible. Anyway, thank you for that comment, Nimue. If you happen to see this, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, Jemmy. This is my man, Jamie. What's going on? This is on the Iron Man Challenge, episode 112. That group RP walking out was funny. Congrats on 46. Another one closer to 60. That is true. Yeah, we were in the keep in Arathi Highlands, and there was a gnome RP walking out. That was pretty funny to see. This is on the King Reads comments, so this is my last video. This is probably going to be a regular series on the channel, I think. This is Matthew. He's one of my top commenters. He's been here a very long time. Love you, Matthew. Hope you're doing well. I want to thank the members of the channel. I joined recently, decided to give funds to Eric. He deserves it a ton. Sadly, my contribution had to end because my credit card is sadly full. Keep Big E well-fed and happy. Thank you, Matthew. I'm just glad you're here, man. Seriously. I'm just glad that you watch and you seem to get some joy, entertainment out of it. That's all that matters to me, really. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Matthew. This is Mr. Bill Willis, another one of my top commenters and a member for a year. Look at that beautiful badge right there. This episode will be grinding on pirates. Yeah. I guess we went to Stranglethorn Vale and we were grinding up against pirates there. What's going on, Bill? Love you, man. This is DeBurs78. I feel like I've seen this name before. This is on 113, Iron Man. Get the new engine. Don't be cheap here or buy a different car. Oh, this is a reference to my Camaro. Yeah. Well, I've got a warranty on it. I mean, a head gasket repair, you know, you're not really replacing gears or anything like that. You're just essentially resurfacing the heads, putting the new gasket on it. It's got a brand new radiator, new hose. It's like, I understand, what you're saying, but the thing about the new engine is I just can't afford it, man, because all of the electrical that has to go into it, all of the labor, there's just no way I could afford it. And I don't have the tools to put it in myself. And all of this work that's being done to it is going to be warranted. And as far as selling it, I probably will end up selling the car, but I don't know. I've got to think about it. It's a very unique car. There weren't very many of these made. And I do have a love affair with it. So But I am looking forward to getting it back. Anyway, DeBurs, thank you for your comment, man. I appreciate it. This is Mr. Dustin Dixon. Sorry you under so much stress, thoughts, and good vibes sending your way, hoping this gets resolved. I have been stressed out about the car. I try not to talk about it too much, but since the beginning of this channel, I tend to just I say way too much personal stuff. Whatever's on my mind, I'll usually talk about. And a lot of things come through, and I don't focus enough on the game, but I have been super stressed out. But I'm hoping this week things get a lot better. I should get my car back this week, and I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate it, man. Here is Montoya on episode 24, Red Dead Redemption, Bounty Hunting at the Fort. At 148, that's the woman you rescued at the beginning of the game. I thought so. I think I know who you're talking about here. She was in the snow. I think it was the first mission. Some O'Driscoll raided her house and killed her husband. She's one of the most beloved characters in the entire game. I thought this was her. I'm going to watch this clip right here. Seen her before. Yeah. Wow, what was going on there? Oh, I'm rendering a video. For some weird reason, when I'm rendering a video, I can't really watch anything on YouTube unless it's full screen or I have this massive, massive lag. It's pretty strange. So I thought that was her, Montoya. I wasn't 100% sure, but I thought that it was. I like her character a lot. This was that episode we did like a little mission with her. That was a fun episode. This is Mr. Rob Bromford. Sorry you stressed, my man. Big expenses on cars can always be a bummer. Hope you get it sorted. I really recommend AoE leveling a mage in earlier expansions. It's super fun and not too hard once you get the hang of it. I've always wanted to try it. Like I was saying in this episode, I've done some like baby pulls, but I've never done like the 10 mobs that you see the mages do, the frost mages. Maybe someday I'll give it a shot. It does look like a lot of fun for sure. Here's Cynics. He is one of my top commenters. He's been around for a long time. One of my biggest supporters. Love you, Cynics. Geez, that's an expensive repair. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Honestly, it might even be worth getting a cheap beater to get from, the car. Yeah. Instead, unless there's a car worth a lot more. Yeah, it is an expensive repair. The reason it's so expensive is because my fault, really. Well, one, I let it overheat and didn't realize, but I when I tried to fix it, I used this sealant in it. You pour it in the radiator, and I used 2 bottles in it. Not good. So what it did is it plugged up the radiator, plugged up the hoses, plugged up the thermostat, and this is adding to the repair because now that stuff has to be replaced. But a typical head gasket repair job is $2,000 to $3,000. Mine's going to be just over $5,000 with everything else. The heads had to be resurfaced, pressure tested. Also, 2 valve seals were messed up. So pretty intensive repair, and the labor is just, kind of crazy. But I'm having help with it. It's the only way I'm getting this done for sure. And for $5,000, I could have gotten a beater car, but I would still have that car out there in the same condition, and I wouldn't get any money for it if I tried to sell it like it is. So it just kind of needs to be done. This is Liam Robinson. If you get Lindsay alive, then you get to watch him hang. I was curious about this. So I'm going to try to do this on the next bounty I do where it's wanted dead or alive. I'm going to try to get the person alive. Because I was wondering, so we went into a fort. It was pretty well guarded. There was like 4 or 5 other people there. I was being shot at with a Gatling gun and all this. I think what I should have done, or the way I could have played it, is killed everybody and kept him for last, and maybe tried to get up on him and lasso him or something. Thank you for that, Liam. I'm definitely going to try this next time I have a dead or alive bounty for sure. This is Kron. I've not seen you before. How are you? I really like this series. You do a very good job of explaining your thought process at each step. It's on the Iron Man Challenge, episode 113. Well, thank you, Kron. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, man. I really, really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you around. Mr. O'Jemmy, great job on the puzzle. Pretty satisfying when you first find it out. Oh, the door puzzles in Hogwarts. Yeah. Yeah, so I was trying what I thought was right, and probably what most people did at first. There are these pictograms essentially around the door, and I think there's 10 or whatever, and I started with 1, so I went 1 through 10, but the math wasn't adding up on it, and I was like, well, maybe it's 0, right? Because 0 is technically a number, and it turns out that's what it was. Now, there is an episode coming out, if it's not out already, where I do end up finding the what do you call it? It tells you how to figure out those puzzles, and it tells you the first one is 0 instead of 1. I think I found that in Hogsmeade, or no, it wasn't Hogsmeade. It was somewhere, but you do end up finding it. So they don't let you suffer too long. You'll eventually find it. Most people probably look stuff up, right? But Saved by Grace is still here. Good job. Very enjoyable. Thank you, Grace. I'm glad you're still with me. That's on the Iron Man Challenge. Hopefully there was less cussing in this one. Mr. Bill Willis. There's a Star Trek YouTube channel I like called The Target Audience, and they used AI to create a theme song for their channel, which incorporated all of their requests. I'm not saying I would just listen to it on its own, but it really surprised me how well it works for the theme song. If you didn't know it was AI, it totally sounds like an early 80s post-punk new wave band like Human League or Real Life. It's scary good for a theme song, but not something that I would just listen to. So I think I was ranting about AI. It's not that I have a problem with the AI. It's that I have a problem with music corporations using it and exploiting it to make pure profit and not pay royalties to musicians is what I have a problem with. Yeah, I mean, AI is what it's doing. It's recreating Beatles songs and anything you can think of, and some people can't tell them apart. That's a kind of a scary thing, honestly. I don't think really I think a lot of horrible stuff is going to come out of AI before it gets good, or well, not good, but anytime there's a new technology, if it can be exploited, people are going to do it immediately. And that's already what's happening. It's been happening for a while, but it's really, really bad in the music industry. But yeah, I'll have to check that YouTube channel out, The Target Audience. I'm interested in hearing the song now, for sure. Don't shave the beard. Oh, I was talking about shaving my beard. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I go back and forth on it a lot. Thanks, Dustin. David Nelson, he is one of my top commenters, member for 6 months. What's going on, David? It's on the Iron Man Challenge. I think you can get the higher level drinks from a bartender in Keep in the city. Congrats on 46. So what's interesting about this is, so I was looking for the higher level drinks in Iron Forge, and they didn't have them. They only went up to a certain level drink, and we were a drink higher. I don't know why that is. What you have to do to get that drink, from what in my experience, is go to that higher level area, just like a camp or some other inn, and not a major city. I don't know what the deal is. It's almost reversed in my mind. But yeah, that is a thing, and I don't really understand why it's a thing, but yeah, I know what you're talking about in that episode. I was looking for drinks and couldn't find the right ones. This has touched me, Nancy. He's been a member for 1 year, one of my top commenters, and he's been publicly subscribed to me for a year. Nancy is OG on the channel. I love you, man. The currencies in the Harry Potter, they're galleons. That's right. Sickle and nuts. But in the game, I believe you only use galleons. A little behind on vids lately, so don't know how relevant this answer is. Yeah, they end up telling me that it was galleons, and I thought it's a weird name to me because when somebody says galleon, I think of like pirates or something. But yeah, and I never heard of these other two things. I guess these are from the movies, Sickle and Nuts. Or yeah, the K's probably silent there. That's interesting. Hope you're doing well, Drew. It's good to see you, man. It really is. Here's Mr. Cynics on the Iron Man Challenge. AI generated music sounds like a no from me. Even though I'm young, the crap they release nowadays is just rubbish. Just mumble mumble on the same type of beat every time. I gotta agree. I'm not. There's very, very little music that comes out these days that I'm into. It just I'm from a different time, and the music today is it just feels like it's for entertainment, and I don't know, it just doesn't really have any feel for me. But I've not really I've not explored AI music, so I can't really say if I'm sure there's AI stuff that I would like, but like I was saying before, it's not that I have a problem with AI or the technology. I have a problem with how it's being exploited and used in the music industry. And that's going to run across the board, though, as well. That'll work its way into other things. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a big problem in certain areas of tech, like me as a programmer. I mean, there already are. You can feed a problem into an AI or a piece of software and have a program spit out for you. It's going to eventually eliminate my job for sure. This is Mr. Dustin Dixon. This is on the poll I put up. I'm rolling Worgen for Cataclysm. What class should I play? I voted Warrior, but any of these would be great. I think Warrior is winning by a lot right now. We can actually check. Let's check the community poll here. I'm pretty sure Warrior. Oh my goodness, look at this. I did not expect that. Warrior and Worgen are tied up. Warrior and Warlock. These are the ones I think I initially mentioned. Nobody wants to see Priest, a couple of people. Druid is a close third, so Cataclysm comes out today, so it's going to be interesting. I'm going to wait as long as I can. It's going to be 4 p.m. my time. Right now it's 9:13 in the morning, so I'll have to keep a close eye on this to figure out which one we're going to be playing there. Thanks for voting, Dustin. Appreciate it. This is Rezier. Nice video as always. I hope you're doing good. Stay strong, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well too, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. And here's the last one, Sons of the Forest. First episode is out. This is going to be a great playthrough. Can't wait to watch them all. Thank you, Dash Gamer. He has been a member of mine for 1 year. He's been around for a long time. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really already into Sons of the Forest. And if you don't know, what I'm doing with that game, I'm trying to be as immersive as possible, and there's limited narration in it. All I'm really doing is trying to be the character we're playing and reacting to things in the game as I see them, as I would in real life. We'll see how it works out. I'm just trying to have fun with it and really get immersed in it. But if you don't know anything about The Forest, which was the first game, or Sons of the Forest, they are really creepy games. And I don't know anything about Sons of the Forest as far as the ending or whatever. Everything. I knew the beginning of the game a little bit because I watched it in early access from this guy, but starting episode 2. The next one is coming out. It's all new. I've never seen anything past that point. But thank you for your comment. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's it for comments. I really appreciate you guys. Whoops. No, I don't want to cancel. I appreciate you watching and your support. All of these wonderfully helpful comments. I really do appreciate it. But that's it for me. Cataclysm, I'll be playing it this evening, and I will try to have a video out tomorrow. I'll do it as quick as I can, and then I'll work that into the schedule. So the schedule might change up a little bit. I'll have to rotate things because right now I have 3 videos a day coming out. That's a lot of videos. And I think it's probably more than most people can even keep up with, but I don't really want more than 3 videos a day because I only get 3 notifications. But I'll figure it out. But there's absolutely time to vote. If you would rather see Warlock over Warrior or the Druid, just go to the community tab and click on whichever one you want. And I'm going to wait to the last minute and I'll roll. As a matter of fact, I might be on screen. I'll just start recording and I'll check the community poll. Whatever one is winning at that moment, I'll go back in and we'll roll that class. But that's it for me. Thanks again, guys and gals. I really appreciate it. Take care. I'll see you soon. Peace.